So
Do you want to talk to me about?
I wanted to talk to you about what you think the content Overton window is right now. And that by that I mean there's a rule content Overton window with sites.
Right.
There's a theoretical Overton window with normies that they get offended by saying 666.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a legal Overton window,
Right.
which is like, I guess we can't do that.
I don't think that really would be called an Overton window. I believe that phenomenon mostly refers to societal views, like not legal.
Well, the legal one is called something else. That was a smart thing to say. See, I'm testing you here. I'm gonna look up what that was. The legal test, I think it's called the Miller test. Let me look that up. Yes, the Miller test, the Supreme Court has established a 3-part legal definition for obscenity called the Miller test. The average person applying community standards must find that work taken as a whole appeals to pertinent interests. The work depicts or describes in a patently offensive way sexual conduct as defined by state law. The word taken as a whole lacks serious literary, artistic, political, or scientific value. That's where we start to get into a gray area. So there's some words that are illegal.
Of what you're curious about that you're wondering if it would fit into one of these.
Well, I run into this test quite a bit with what I allow on YouTube because they have a problem with the N-word occasionally still with certain. I got a video pulled for somebody else calling somebody who wasn't there fat for a YouTube video, taken down for that. So it's like there's a YouTube law, then there's one that you'll find with normies.
Okay, yeah, this is a great question. Great question.
That's what I'm trying to figure out now. I've gone through all the hardest core shit that's allowed, and we are allowed to push it a little bit more.
It just depends. Like, it really depends, you know? Because you said the thing about the fat thing, right? Like, it's like you can be really offensive, but it's like, you know, platforms, and maybe this will get better with LLMs, but it's like the intent matters, you know? Like if
Yeah.
you're just, I mean, and you know, they're starting to figure that out, I think, on some level, but not even because, like, if you say and you're quoting something, someone can still, you can still get banned for that if someone just is having a bad day or doesn't like you and just wants you to get in trouble, you know?
In Discord servers, most Discords where
But that's not real,
they
you
wouldn't
know?
be cool with that. Yeah, they're not cool with that. It's all filled with the normies when that happens. But now they've gotten past it a little bit where now they're targeting certain things more. On YouTube, I don't know. On TikTok, they're definitely targeting the Jew thing. They're going to try and round that down on there only. YouTube, it's allowed now,
Hmm.
but you can still say certain slurs occasionally. You can still make fun of unofficial. That's the new scam is the public person scam. You're not allowed to make fun of non-public people on YouTube, and that is broad enough where it becomes a problem when you're making content. These are public areas.
Well, I mean, that's what, it's not a problem. It's fun to push boundaries and see where, you know, the line is. It's
But
like
then
part of life.
you have to be allowed to push the line. I want more room, I guess. That's what
Well,
I'm
you have to
saying.
make that room. You're in America, right?
Yes. So I have
Yeah.
the best opportunity to do it.
Yeah. You have to make that room. I mean, that's the only way that anybody's ever done it.
Wow, you actually are blowing my mind on that because it's exactly what I have as my whole goal in life. But it feels
You
good
just want
to analyze it.
boundaries and be offensive, or are you like a comedian or what?
Well, I want to be allowed to be offensive as much as morally should be allowed on a site when you can
Why?
go get gore on other sites. I've
Yeah,
gone
of
through the
course.
gore phase enough to
Well,
know
that's not.
at 12 I've gone through the gore phase enough to know that if that's allowed on the light web ever for that long when I was a kid, no words should really matter.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like theoretically, the worst possible thing shouldn't matter to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think it should matter because, I mean, things should have weight. But, like, you know, there's a difference between using a word and, like, just being a dick. If you're using a word to be a dick, then you're just being a dick. And I don't think people should just be a dick. But I don't think the word is actually the problem. And I don't know if people actually think that the word's the problem. I mean, if they do, they're retarded.
And there's a way to be a dick aesthetically. I have that relationship with people that are smart.
It depends. Yeah, it depends. I mean, I know what you mean by aesthetically, but the whole thing about being a dick is whether or not the person, it's about power, you know? If, like, if you're, like, punching up, it's okay. If you're punching down, it's not okay. If you're punching sideways, it's okay.
Thank you, Pod Awful and Sven,
What's
who
that?
they're just smart enough to know that it's that I don't care at the end of the day, but
Well,
there
here's the
is a
thing.
way to cover me.
Being offensive is not anything actually valuable. You have to, like, use it for something.
But is there a funny way to use it punching down? I give them an out with that, where
I
it's
mean,
like,
yeah, but, like,
there may be a one fluke scenario, but you're right.
you won't be great for it, you know?
You won't be.
It'll just be, like, mediocre at best, probably.
Well, I'm working on this video. We have Nick Rochefort's attention. We have their attention. We have. I'm just gonna combine probably 20 talks into one here, and Here, I'll even talk to you for another
Send me a
15
video or
minutes.
something.
Huh?
Send me a video or something if you have like a trailer.
There is a trailer. I think I sent that to you.
I didn't know.
But it's a light trailer. It's not. It includes a lot of footage that's not even going to be in there. But no, let me pull up some lines for you. There's the book. I don't know if you read the book yet.
You know, just send me whatever in Telegram because my DMs on Twitter just don't even work.
All right, this is my. Let's try this pitch. There's 50 high-level trolls in the world. I am the one for literature. I do the literature thing. I've written the best book of all time. And everyone has their own principality. That's how much I calculate power level here.
Nice.
Let me show you the principalities. Were you on Fish Tank? I want you to talk about that a little.
Yeah, I was.
And
that's why you hit me up.
What is your name? I knew you were. I knew you said you were.
Delaney. I was on season 2.
Delaney season 2. Got it.
On New Year's and threw up on the couches, and I called Sam a faggot like a million times. And I called, I don't know,
Oh, that's cool. That's actually, I didn't even know how hard you went, so that would have maybe made me more intimidated that you were cool on that show, because I don't even get into it. It's
that's not even the coolest thing I've done. Like, that's like the 30th coolest thing I've even done, like, to be honest.
I want to hear the other ones.
I was in a famous band for a while, called Elvis Presley. I don't know if you know them.
No, I don't, but I will look into it.
Yeah, I've also, do you know the band TV Girl?
No. Okay. I have high-level music taste, the highest level music taste, but I don't go into the niche people. I have gone into the niche people a little bit, but I like Marilyn Manson. I like Ye. I like the shock services people. It's shocking to people what I like. Like how Ye was censored. Ye posted that. Ye was censored on X when he posted that swastika. Marilyn Manson's dealt with the most hardcore censorship. I need to get you this list here. And I want you to keep saying your accomplishments, please.
I sent you some videos in our chat here.
Thank you. Okay, so the troll tournament is this. These are the top 50 trolls in the world. The troll god has given us, the U.S., 50 high-level troll HLT ambassadors. Each HLT is assigned.
That's good. Banger. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, each one is assigned one comedic principality. And they each have an important name that goes along with their principality. We have the executive Donald Trump. That's just obvious. He is one of the higher level ones. It's Hacky. Music Ye, Macabre Marilyn Manson, Tech Elon Musk. That was a good Elon Musk reference earlier because he's right. If you're saying you're going to ban me from advertising you're gonna blackmail me with advertising, you can fuck off. That's what it is.
Yeah, but even he, think about free speech. You think that Elon Musk has the most free speech of anyone, right? But even he has to, on some level, he'll say these things, but like there still has to be some sense, like some level of like, and obviously he does it in his favor too. So it's like, he's a great case study in the whole free speech thing, like approaching it from that level instead of like sucking his dick for like whatever else, I think is a really interesting angle.
You have
I mean, I
no
don't know.
idea. No, you are completely spot on because he has all the money, so obviously he gets to be that guy that says that.
You would think that he would be able to say any goddamn thing he wants. But see, my thing with Elon is like, if he's so fucking based, why doesn't he just vaporize all the immigrants? Like with a laser. He has enough money to literally kill them all. Why not? Not
No,
really about it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it kind of goes along with what you're saying, you know? It's like you can say whatever, you know, but
yeah.
you really
And it's,
do something.
I try to navigate it with them like at a perfect fairness level. So he does help, but there is a billionaire aesthetic to it that will just be hated on because he can do it. He has an army at his side. He's not going anywhere. When you have a country-sized army at your side, you can say anything. You are a dictator at that point.
What do you mean by that? Army.
Well, a fellow HLT is Kim Jong Un, the coolest guy owning the dictator title. Elon
Yeah.
can't own that yet. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Elon better be happy he has so many kids because his legacy is not going to be very kind to him. He actually hasn't really done shit. I mean, he's done.
I love this
a lot.
though. I love this.
Amazing.
I feel like he
Saying.
had the X thing helped me so much psychologically that I'm maybe glazing at this time, but I'm allowed to be a dick in the future. It's possible that I can have opinions about him, but it's cool
Okay,
that he
so
doesn't ban me.
So you make videos, right?
Yes.
So it's cool that you're into this like censorship thing or anti-censorship thing. I'm wondering if you're more so if there were a platform that didn't censor you at all, would that be something you would like? Or like is it more for you about like, you know, the push and pull or like the fight with the platform?
Well, Rumble, this is a great question. I swear I went into this thinking that I was testing a woman's intelligence because it's not common. But Rumble does that. I'm starting to transition to Rumble where I'll do an extreme version on there and then a TV 14 version on YouTube that I
I see.
can
I watch
guarantee.
America First sometimes on there. It's pretty good for that, I guess. Rumble, so okay.
Yeah, Nick is good.
I
He's
don't
one of the
know.
HLTs as well. He's a high level troll. It's the highest compliment I can give of
Yeah, I love him.
politics. Or actually, he's the high level troll of race. He's the guy that brought all this race stuff that's good to open the floodgates on. Like I'm trying to open a floodgate. He opened the race floodgate, and he's also a good political mind. But these people are opening floodgates that haven't been done before. Trump, there's never been a troll president like Trump. There's never been a cool dictator like Kim Jong Un since Hitler. There's never been a cool person who draws exclusively that does videos, but Sven. Person thing? Is the public person thing possible?
Is it possible to be a public person with?
Is it possible that making fun of normies could be less financially or more financially distressful to you than
No, I
making fun
think
of a
that would
famous
be.
person?
I think making fun of normies is a really cool thing to do right now, and it's actually really smart because, and by smart I mean like financially advantageous because, a lot of people think that they're not normies. Like I'd say we're at peak people thinking that they're like I mean, we're at peak individualism, you know. Everyone thinks that they're an individual so much, but there's never been more conformity.
Yes, and it's just these rules need to be sorted out. The normies can have their rules that they have as a mass group where okay, the Christians aren't going to be cool with an upside down cross. They take that as a juju, bad juju, and they just turn away at the door.
Do you know Frank Zappa?
I know of him. Didn't he do the slide guitar? That was his whole
No.
thing. Or
No,
the
no.
slide
He
whistle.
was a guitarist, but no, he didn't play. I mean, he might have sometimes, but he wasn't like known for that or anything. But he did a lot of shit around this topic actually, and made a lot of really offensive songs, and went to and spoke in front of Congress about it and shit. Also had like kind of a mysterious death situation, but he's awesome.
I'm gonna look into his death. I'm gonna look into his death because that might make him cooler to me than I knew of before. Like how everybody now it's cool to hate on the CIA. That's one of the ones that's allowed. So then there's ones on the other hand of the Overton window. There's ones that are allowed that these mid tweeters can get a lot of engagement for. Pretty obvious things.
Yeah, but also, well, I really am, and I'm interested in how like you can tell someone is an LLM by whether or not they'll say the N word or whatever. Like you can't get ChatGPT to say nigger.
Yeah, and that goes to the even crazier thing where I think I have a language that could fix that and in program a better version of speech into these machines.
Are you a programmer?
I was. I went to programming. I went to school as a computer scientist at UNLV. Didn't graduate, but that was in 2020. I didn't get vaxxed. So I would have had to get vaxxed if I continued that degree. It was, in retrospect, a good decision. But yeah, there's a way to fix these machines with language. There's a math element to language that isn't being respected. And there's ways to figure it out and program it into these things.
I totally agree with that. I mean, are you into like cryptography and stuff?
Yes.
So I actually, one of my friends told me about something kind of cool the other night. Let me find it. I haven't heard it before. Was it Ansibet, I believe? Is it Ansibet? No. Yeah, I like cryptography and like code cracking and stuff like that too. It's pretty cool.
All right, well, you'll see in the video that I pinned to my copy of the Enochian Watchtowers, which is the ultimate experiment on that. It's a big part of this as far as combining it with language that people are obsessed with. John Dee, you may have heard that name.
John what?
John Dee was the guy who coined the term 007, and he...
Oh, ARPANET.
Well, John Dee was the guy who coined the term British Empire. He worked for Queen Elizabeth, and this was hundreds of years ago. So this guy was like reading all these books and trying to figure out magical ways to get more intelligence. So they're like, do we have to get a ring for this? What do we have to do to get to these higher states? Is there a ring? Is there a shape? Is there a drawing? And then they come up with these crazy linguistic sundials. If you look up Enochian Watchtowers, you'll see what this is.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the craziest thing.
Wait, Enochian?
Yeah, just look up Enochian,
Oh yeah,
Enoch
yeah.
watchtowers. And if you can figure this out, the person who figured this out, which I believe I have, is destined to take over the entire magical channel for hundreds of years. This has been what people are obsessed with for hundreds of years. And nobody's respected language enough by itself. Now we're starting to respect it with comedy a little bit. That opens the doors. And there's other forms of intelligence that come through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's some crazy shit coming down the pipe, bruh. Yeah.
Like I'll show you here.
I'm working on, so I might have something that would interest you. I was gifted a code base for a really awesome streaming service. Are you familiar with IPFS?
No.
Okay, so IPFS is the Interplanetary File Service or some shit like that. It's kind of like Internet Archive, sort of. But you can like host your own node, basically.
Oh, that's cool. So I've forgotten this stuff in the same way I've forgotten guitar. I was intermediate level at guitar from 17 to 20. And then I just fell out of love with it in the same way. I fell in love with writing exclusively. But I'm planning to go back to guitar and coding at some point.
I mean, well, actually, yeah. The only things that will survive in the future are music and people who can talk to computers. I don't really want to say like programmers or engineers, but like people who
that's what it is. That's a broad enough term to describe what it is.
Yeah. Like to have a real relationship, or not a relationship, but an understanding of like how to work with them as like you would work with a person.
Yeah, because otherwise these things will keep coming up for hundreds of years. Were you right about it? Were you wrong about it? Sometimes it doesn't matter. There's a way to be rude on purpose. There's a way to be nice, and it shouldn't matter at all unless it's a legal problem. If we want to say the legal ones are bad, then we better get damn good about that and damn good about the sites too, just for my own selfishness.
So can you link me your Rumble?
Yeah. I haven't posted much on there yet, but I'm planning to do hardcore versions on there where you can say kill yourself. You can actually say that on there. You can say anything. I'm pretty sure they are just like, unless it's a legal problem that causes us money loss, it's not going. And they commit to that. There's not, you know what? I'll link it to you when it's ready. There's nothing on here good right now. It's all on the YouTube right now.
Okay, send me your YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, I've talked to Milo. I got Milo on Pod Awful. I got Ye's attention, I'm pretty sure, but he goes through secret channels.
Yeah, I have, we have some mutual friends.
Yeah, you said you get lucky with these people too, right? So.
Yeah. It's funny, actually. I mean, I got on Fish Tank with no nepotism at all, but Jet was actually a really big fan of my band and was like simping.
Nice. There's always an in.
He was like, sensei.
How is it not letting me send this to you on Telegram? I'm trying to message something and it's like not even letting me. Yeah, I'll just resend it to you on Twitter. And it's best not to hug the wise ones too closely from what I've experienced.
Oh, like those like don't meet your heroes or whatever.
No, in my case it goes extremely well every time, but it is a rule of thumb to leave them interested.
Oh, I see.
Like Nick Rochefort, I'm gonna send him this next video we make. That's his last attempt. I'm even gonna subject him to, because it's due diligence. Like, talking to you is due diligence because you're cool, you've been on the show, and now you've done a bunch of other cool things too.
Yeah, I'm so generous with my time. I can't wait for the new Kanye album.
Oh my God. You just said it's no AI too, which is, I think that's a good move.
It was kind of cool, but you know, they're good sketches. I hope he doesn't just remake the songs. Like, I mean, I don't know. Have you listened to that?
Oh yeah. The night it came out was when I thought I was talking to him. That was a extremely cool night when that video dropped.
Yeah, I've been devoted fan since College Dropout. So.
Yeah, I was a Life of Pablo era fan.
My favorite album.
Everybody was into it in 2016. It was the coolest album for 6 months straight.
But what I love about it, I actually just had a conversation about this. What I love about it is that it was, rather than Kanye doing something that was like different from what has ever been done before and is like a total masterpiece, like new thing, it was like a response to like SoundCloud scene and like mixtapes and like kind of like net art, and like the album art for Pablo is like so cool, I think, and just the way that it was rolled out, like with all those different versions, and it, like which, you know, he also has been such a perfectionist in the past, so like having, you know, that kind of come out like that was, I don't know, it was awesome to see. Yeah, because when I said that to someone, they thought I was crazy, and like, you know.
No, the earlier albums were less meta. He went meta with Life of Pablo and said, yeah, exactly. This is stuff I have to reply to for future reasons. And that's stuff I have to say too.
Exactly, reply.
You have to make a historical record of these things, a public record, so that people know what you were at the time. Like, if you were gay during COVID, you're always gay to me.
That's fucking hilarious.
And that album, yeah, the orange cover was what inspired me to do the orange cover for the last published version of my book. Even the color choice is just ideal. I love the orange.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's a great segue into oh my God. Have you seen this video of Eminem? Have you seen the video of him rhyming orange?
No, I love Nail in the Coffin. That's the one song I am consistently going face back value, to.
And you just pisses me off. If you're taking the word at face value, rhyme with anything, and that kind of pisses me off because I can think of a lot of things that rhyme with orange. What rhymes with orange? If you're taking the word at face value, and you just say orange, nothing is gonna rhyme with it exactly. If you enunciate it and you make it like more than one syllable. Orange. You could say like, I put my orange 4-inch door hinge in storage and ate porridge with George.
See, that's an example of correcting the record. That orange problem, saying nothing rhymes with orange, how annoying was that to someone like him? And now he has to correct it.
Right.
Because he's right. Now that's what you're going to think about every time we hear that stupid line.
I literally think, like, my housemate's name is George, so I'm like, I was like sending it to him. I was like, bro, I'm trying to eat porridge with you, with my 4-inch door hinge, bro.
No, that's how these things happen. There needs to be a word correction. Eminem is an HLT too for Wigger, the Wigger Principality, because he embodied that physical aesthetic at the time the best. There's a physical element to this that Marilyn Manson knows. Eminem knew it in the 90s. He was the perfect Wigger. Now he's aged out of the aesthetic where it's not as cool on him. But he's had so many cool moments. I consider him an HLT for his street cred. I am a groper in spirit.
Oh yeah, me too.
I like Milo enough to know that the Milo beef is fake between him and Nick. They actually like each other. They're writing partners. And
I think a lot of his beefs are fake.
Yeah, it's the fake dick thing, where they figured out how to use that as a magic trick.
Yeah, like as Zizek says, the dick fucking the pocket pussy.
There's so many, but I am impressed when it's that high level where Nick has such a huge show right now, and it's not even known. People are like, he hates Milo.
What do you think about the like dime square shit?
I used to be a Christian for a very long time. I went to private Christian school. We don't have to get into it with people. I mean, if that is bad to you, then whatever.
I'm Christian.
That's fine. I made a new version called Christian Frightenism, which is it's because I am only Christian because I know Jesus would forgive me for anything I say, and because I understand forgiveness.
Yeah. Well, that's why I love it. Like, that's why I am a Christian. Like, I mean, I was an atheist for a while, and my dad is like a hardcore atheist, but I came back around to Christ because that's the thing. That's like, the story of the shit is just so fucking beautiful and moving, and I think people take it for granted. Like, the fact that, like, exactly what you said, like, you know, you can even, you know, stray from your belief or stray from whatever, but, like, as long as you have hope and you don't, you know, you live your life, you know, you're not someone that Jesus would hate, you're not a demon, then you'll probably be good in the afterlife.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I believe in an afterlife, but, like, I'm still Christian. I know it doesn't really make sense, but
I can try to explain my argument because it's all based on that dying thought of, oh fuck, Jesus is going to kill me. He's going to kill me forever. And I just don't think that he's like that. You can say anything about Jesus. I'm not even going to disrespect you by saying something crazy. But that's the point. Jesus would have been the most forgiving person of all time. If I'm not that, then it's him. So then he wouldn't care whatever I say.
right. Yeah. Well, because his timeline's a lot longer than yours. Like, like you're not, you know, you're worried about a Twitter ban or something. Jesus has, or God has like so much more shit to worry about. Like, that's the thing. Like, who the fuck? Like, there's such evil in the world. Like, you're good. You can tell most people that, you know? I don't think that fear, that's why, I mean, that's why I like the frightenism thing, because it's like, you know, as long as you have the fear of punishment for evil deeds, then you're good. I think.
Okay, that's a really based take to my argument. That's the one argument that would be acceptable as a rebuttal, because it is all childhood trauma potentially. So then I'm trying to fight that by saying, yo, I still have a little bit of fear about this from time to time. I shouldn't even entertain it.
Well, it's good to have shame though. Like
That kind of shame.
Religious shame, like maybe not so much. Like honestly, I think that is, but like being, it's part of being self-aware, you know. Like not being so, and like maybe not being a narcissist or something, but like I don't know. I'm a really big fan of Slavoj Žižek. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but like that's the big talking point for him, is that like the main problem with modernity is that we've lost all shame. And that's really taken a toll on the modern mind, because there's no like, I mean, like the Overton window or whatever, there's no container. And when people don't have a container, they like freak out. You know what I mean by a container? I don't know. But like just a ideological container, or like somewhere to kind of like put themselves in relation to. If they don't have that, then they're like are lost without, and then they have to create their own identity from scratch. And most people are just not that fucking creative. Do you know Adam Curtis? He's a documentary filmmaker.
I think I've heard that name.
He made a really fucking awesome 6-part documentary called I think it's "Can't Get You Out of My Head," I believe. Yeah. I'm gonna send you a link to this too. It's so fucking good, and it's very relevant to our conversation here, because it's about kind of like conspiracies and individualism.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stop all mental fear, and I'm now at a point where I wonder if it's a cycle thing, you go through cycles, or if it's possible to attain enlightenment and not care about that stuff. But you said something at the very beginning there that would have been really good.
It'll come back to you.
Short-term memory, it always comes back. Does that happen with you?
Yeah. I've actually gotten better with my short-term memory somehow. I think it was, well, a lot of it had to do with stopping doing like fentanyl. But, and then also like just being more mindful. But it is pretty bad still. I mean, I have ADHD pretty bad. So.
Yeah, I'm on phenibut and weed.
Oh, really?
The weed is probably the contributor to the memory.
I heard phenibut was really addicting and hard to get off of.
This is the thing. You can't be a pussy with it. I've done that one for over 6 months and stopped for over 6 months. So, like every day, where if
you're really horny,
I experienced if I would have experienced whatever they describe, if it was possible for me, I would have experienced it, and I got out of it.
That's good.
So I just ordered more. I got here yesterday.
I mean, addiction is a sign of high level thinking. So.
Yeah, I am planning to transition out of this to a more clean living scenario, because
stay away 7-0, dude. That shit is really bad.
Which one?
7-0.
What is it?
7-hydroxy. It's like it's kratom, but it's like a concentrate of like one of the compounds in a kratom.
Oh, yeah. Tianeptine is the better one. You can get it on the light web, just like phenibut. You can get it on regular sites, not even crazy ones. And it's way harder hitting than kratom and less quantity.
Well, 7-0 is way harder hitting, but it's extremely addicting. Like, I was, after just like 4 days of taking it, I was having withdrawals so serious that I was like screaming at night. Like, I couldn't, like, I was like in full body pain, screaming. I couldn't sleep. It was horrible.
Yeah, last night, this stuff was making me like shake in a weird way. And my girlfriend said I was saying some weird things, but there's somewhere that happens sometimes, and it's not a death sentence. My theory is if you can do it without ever any legal or medical consequence, it's not a problem.
Yeah, you know your own limits and stuff. Like, you know, I said I quit doing fentanyl, but I still do it sometimes, like once a month.
And that shouldn't matter. I'm 25. I've been going as hard as possible since I was 17, and been able to stop for months and months at a time, intermittently in between. There's an on-off option, and they don't like to admit that either. That's one of the normie coded ones, drugs. I'm trying to change the aesthetic on that completely.
Well, yeah, it sucks. Like, I hate having to lie about drug use. I feel like such a traitor to my like beliefs. Like, but people really will use it against you, like in a way that's like not even worth it. At least for me right now.
The Overton window.
Hey, you're gonna carve that. Maybe it was that like if you have to make your own space for. Remember when I said that early on? Like,
yeah, you have to create a whole infrastructure that supports it. And when you get to be Sam Hyde, now he has all the tools. Everything's pre-recorded on multiple things. He has ways now where he's the coolest one in the game right now as far as comedy. What?
You know the Fish Tank website? How it's like really awesome?
I haven't even gone on it.
Oh, well, that's like the most impressive thing of the whole show is the website, because he's doing his own distribution.
Yeah, he's making a lot of money with pure comedy.
No, fuck that. Fuck the content. Fuck the money. Just the website, the product. Like, he made his own distribution channel so he doesn't have to go through any third party except Cloudflare or whatever he's using for hosting. You know? And they're not going to do that shit. So
they can't do shit. Yeah.
They can, but that's the really revolutionary thing about Fish Tank is he went around. He did way extra. Like, you know, everyone always knew that it could be done, but just people didn't really actually do it. And you know what's fucking awesome? The startup that I worked for in Indonesia, we had a product that was very fucking similar to the Fish Tank website, and that company has since dissolved. But that product was actually used in prod and went perfectly. It's totally 100% censorship resistant, no censorship whatsoever streaming platform. But it's not live. It's for it could be live, but it's for pre-recorded content. And it's basically like public access, like having a public access TV channel, but on the internet. And
thank you for saying another cool accomplishment. That's the dopest thing in the world.
Well, I own the code base now because the guy who built it, who actually built the back end for when Bank of America came online, like when they went from just banks to like online, he like built that back end infrastructure. He's like been in the game for a long time. He's like 50 something, whatever. But he was my coworker, and he gifted me the code base for this basically the fish tank website. I have it, so I'm right now in the process of doing a raise for this product and a creative agency studio. So
That's dope as fuck.
So like I don't know if one part of that is like basically I want to anyone who would want to have their own kind of like channel or whatever, I want to do that for people. That's going to be like my revenue.
You are the coolest person. Okay, so I've been doing this with high-level people a long time, and I've gotten the attention of many that are relevant right now, trying to almost jokingly enlist people because many aren't up for it. But no, that is what it was. They had the concept for, let's just put a bunch of people in a room and try to make it as crazy as possible. There is a way to make a bunch of people crazy if you have the right formula. And the text thing made it too big to fail. You are what made Fish Tank too big to fail for them, for it to even become a thing. Otherwise, if they would have even been at risk for censorship, I don't know if they would make it to TV level.
Yeah, I know.